astronomy lovers, and our esteemed guests joining from all over the India. I, Chitra Iyer, welcome you all as a host for today's Skywatching technique session. This is our fourth session in a series of nine, and on a virtual skywatching series from Earth to Edge. This is an exciting series is organized by Professor Rajendra Singh Science Exploratory in association with NASNI, and our proud uh, organized by NASNI, and our in association with NASNI. The series is designed with a motto of helping our uh, amateur sky gazers in helping them to see the sky in a virtual way also and evolve over here. I will welcome Vijay Kumar sir and Hemant Kumar sir uh, from Karnataka for session over cultural astronomy and celestial mapping. I now hand over the stage to Hemant Kumar sir for further introduction of our host and carry.
Good evening. I will request all the members to mute the mics. Good evening, everyone. I am delighted to introduce our speaker today for the session. This is our fourth session in a row of 9 talks we will be having throughout the session for our school children. The module is designed in a way so that school children can know about the astronomy from very basics to somewhat advanced level, so that any student who is interested in astronomy can pursue sky gazing and can enjoy the cosmos through naked eyes. And even if someone can afford small telescopes or gadgets, he or she can further explore the sky as per the uh, gadgets available. So we have very prominent science communicator with us today, Mr. Vijay Kumar. He is an assistant teacher in Shankarappa Sakri High School, Bagalkot in Karnataka. Though he is a biology teacher, but he is very passionate about astronomy also. He is a science communicator, and for last 22 years he is um, a good sky gazer and holding star parties, and he conducted many important um, sky gazing sessions like Venus transit or many uh, moon observation parties and other sky gazing activities with school children, and received various prizes from reputed people for his astronomy um communication with the society. He told me that he is a sky gazer and holding star parties, and he accepted our invitation for this fourth talk on storytelling sky constellations and about nakshatras. And today we all will be, benefited with his talk on this topic, where he is going to tell us about the historical uh, part of astronomy, and then he will tell us about the various constellations available in the sky, which we can observe with naked eye, and also we should know about the nakshatra, and related to the motion of moon. And we know these days on 5th, we have seen the full moon, full super moon, and we have enjoyed. Now it is the second day moon we can observe outside. When we will finish the talk and we will go outside, we can see second day Krishan Kal, or we can say waning moon today available in the sky, and all children can see the western part of sky is now going to diminish, and eastern part is a part of the moon is very prominently shining for us. So we will be knowing about the various prominent constellations today, like Orion, Scorpius, Leo, and more about 27 nakshatra and their mythological linkage with our history. So I am delighted to invite Mr. Vijay Kumar sir for today's talk, and all the children should note down the important points which our speaker will tell us, so that we can carry this knowledge further for the forthcoming talks, which will relate the previous topics, and further topics will be more informative if we will understand today's talk also. So once again, I uh, welcome our speaker, Mr. Vijay sir, and I invite him for today's talk. Vijay sir, the
Thank
floor
you,
is
sir.
yours.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for inviting me on this digital platform. It is a great. I feel it is a great opportunity for me to go through the cultural astronomy because of you, sir. I didn't know much about cultural astronomy because of when you asked me to give a talk on cultural astronomy, I started searching in net, sir. It's a huge one, sir. Every culture has it's their own knowledge. So 1 hour or 1 week or 1 year is not insufficient to go through the cultures. I'm very grateful to you. I extend my gratitude to you, sir, especially you, sir, Kumar, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for giving opportunity. On this platform, I also thankful to our Vice Principal B.H. Lamani, sir, and our President Srimati Haranjal Madam, and also Honorable Secretary Dr. Girish Masurkar, sir, and all the staffs. So once again, thank you very much, sir. Please share a slide, sir, please.
Just a minute.
Okay, sir. Sound kadima. Sound kadima. Sound kadima. Sound kadima. Sound kadima. ಜೋರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ಕೋತಾನ.
Just double click,
sir.
ma'am, on this. Yeah. Very nice.
Next one, sir. Next one, please. Okay. Hold it now, sir. So let us know what is cultural astronomy. It is, and no, sir, no, not this one, not this one. Previous one. Previous one, please. Okay. It is the interdisciplinary study of the relationship between humans and the sky, how the different cultures perceives and integrate celestial bodies into their lives from ancient times to the present day. Not this one, madam, please. Next
Madam,
one.
next. Yes.
Okay, this one. Okay. So this cultural astronomy, it includes two subfields like archaeoastronomy and followed by ethnoastronomy. So archaeoastronomy means it is the study of ancient sites, astrological sites, and ethnoastronomy means it is the study of living cultures, indigenous cultures, which explores how the sky influences everything and everyone, from mythology and religions to social structures, navigation, and timekeeping. And if you go through aspects of cultural astronomy, human and sky relationships, it is always focuses on the human element on the sky when the people creates meaning celestial objects through their stories and beliefs. It is also cultural integration. It is the field of investigation how astronomical knowledge and beliefs become woven into the social structures, ideological and behaviors. And also it helps the religion and social structures. Cultural astronomy examines the link between celestial events and religion beliefs, and including holidays. Whereas architectures and alignment, it is the significant part of the field, especially particularly the archaeoastronomy, and also how ancient structures and they are aligned with the celestial events such as equinox and solstices. Timekeeping and calendars. Various cultures have used celestial. A significant part of this field, particularly archaeoastronomy, studies how the ancient structures are aligned with the celestial events such as equinox and solstices. It also helps the timekeeping and the making it calendars. Various cultures have used celestial movements to create calendars and determine the dates of the important. I will take this navigation and the last of the talk. So, and then if you go through the antiquity astronomy, different cultures of astronomy, you can see Babylons, Greeks, followed by Indian, Chinese astronomy, Egyptian astronomy, Hebrew astronomy, Maya or Inca astronomy, Persian astronomy, Serbian folk astronomy, Tibetan astronomy, tribal astronomy, Australian astronomy, Brazilian astronomy, Inuit astronomy. Inuit means where the people are living in the circumpolar region, and followed by American astronomy. And if you take the basic astronomy where it comes from, so we heard the name Babylons. In general, we use two words. One is Sumerians and followed by Babylon. Actually, Sumerians, Sumer is the oldest known civilization, 4500 BC. When Sumerians conquered by Semitic-speaking Akkadians, and when Akkadian empire collapsed actually, and north of Mesopotamia called as Assyrian, and south Mesopotamia known as Babylon. This is how the astronomy knowledge from Mesopotamian people to transferred to Greek and Persian. And the next one, please. So let us see. This is related about ethnoastronomy. It means it is the study of living indigenous people. These are the group of people who shares a common ethnic backgrounds, which includes distinct cultural practices and languages and tradition and historical experience. These are also known as contemporary cultures. So in every country, these people are staying. For example, we are the one people. I took example like African culture. It includes various indigenous subclasses or cultures. The first one is Nigerian culture, and followed by Ghanaian culture, and third one is Quechua culture. So the first one is Nigerian culture, what you are seeing in this slide. Actually, this Nigerian culture is a complex one. Igbo and Zukan. That means Igbo identified as sun, where the supreme being, where the Zukan relates to the moon. Sun associated with the truth and also known as eye of the light. Means it gives life and it gives the energy and divining feeling that sun is always keeping eyesight on the life, how it moves. And the moon is a symbol of fertility and timekeeping. This is how the Nigerian people always think that. Madam. This is Quechua culture. If you search in net, it will get more pictures. In this culture, the sun is known as Inti actually. In Telugu, Inti means house, home. The Quechua culture, sun is known as Inti, which is considered as a male one. And the moon is known as Mama Killa. Mama means mother, Mother Killa. This is how they are always going through this. The moon, Mama Killa, means mother moon. She is the goddess of marriage. They were thinking in that way. She is the goddess of marriage, woman, and menstrual cycle. So every moon to moon and new moon to moon, they are always calculating like that. And Venus, they called it as Chaska. Chaska means it is the companion of a cell. Sorry, so not cell, that is sun, companion of the sun. So why? Because so we have witnessed the two events, that is transit of moon, where the Venus, when you are watching through Earth, it was a beautiful event. So that's why they are called as companion of the sun. And Kritika Nakshatra, Pleiades, they called it as Kolga. That means it is the mother of all stellar deities. This is how the Athena astronomy, the indigenous people, they have their looking sun and moon with their own knowledge. Next one, madam, please. Okay, let us see what is archaeoastronomy. It is also interdisciplinary study of how ancient culture understood and used celestial phenomena in their lives, culture, and structures. So these are the examples of astronomical sites like Great Pyramid of Giza, some temples, even though you take an example like for the southern part of the most of the temples, and if you take example like Stonehenge and Lascaux Cave of southern France, see these are the historical records of heavenly events to answer and written records. Here, the next slide, please, madam. So these are the evidences. The first one I took as example, Stonehenge. It is an ancient prehistoric monument on Salisbury Plain in England. It is famous for its large stones constructed in several stages over thousands of years. Its purpose remains a mystery actually, but its alignment with the solstices suggests that connection with celestial events. And the next one, this is Newgrange of Ireland.
We can't hear you, sir.
Please. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. Please take Stonehenge, please. Okay. So it is the purpose remain actually mystery, but its alignment with the solstice suggests that connection with celestial events. So about this connection, it built in stages actually around 5,000 years ago. That means 3,100 BC. It weighs about 25 tons actually. This monument is carefully aligned with the movement of the sun. The next one is Newgrange of Ireland. Please, next one. It is the prehistoric passage tomb actually in Ireland, built around 3,200 BC, making it older than Stonehenge actually and Egyptian pyramids. It is the UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for this winter solstice alignment, where the rising sun illuminates the chambers according to the Irish mythology. It was the home or tomb of gods. The light falls on that. So they feel that the god and goddesses are there. It is their mythology. The next one, madam, please. It is the temple of Amun-Re at Karnak, Egypt. It is the vast religious complex in Luxor, that is Egypt, dedicated to primarily to the god Amun-Re, and it is the part of larger Karnak temple. Construction began around 2000 year uh, BC and continued through their new kingdom period around, and it was the place of worship in ancient Egypt. Amun-Re represents the sun actually in the sky, and his worship, their worship continues, and the significant astronomical connection such as alignment of temples and use of celestial events like rising the star Sirius to set the calendar, which helps setting religious calendars and different dates and festivals. And next one, please. This is the very famous pyramid of Giza, Egypt. The pyramid of Giza are three massive royal tombs built in pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, Menkaure during the fourth dynasty of ancient Egypt around 2600 to 2500 BC. The Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structures in the world for over 3,800 years, and it is the one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, still largely intact. They have importance in astronomy due to their precise alignment with the cardinal directions and their symbolic connections to the Orion constellation. We are very much familiar with Orion constellation. I will take that Orion in the later stage. The next one, please. This one, El Calisto at Chichen, Mexico, Itza. It is the temple of Kulkan Khan, which is a prominent step pyramid at the heart of the Chichen Itza, an archaeological site of Mexico built by Maya civilization between 9th and 12th centuries. And so let us see the significance of this monument. It is a testament to their architecture and astronomical knowledge, featuring 365 steps. It has actually 365 steps representing a solar year, and its design create a shadow effect of a serpent shadow during the spring and autumn equinox. It has a acoustic properties. You clap at the base, the echo resembles the chirp of this sacred quetzal bird. So why they give importance to quetzal bird means they feel that it is a divine bird. The next one, please play the video, madam, please. Play this one, please. Actually, sound is there. It has sound actually. Why it is not displayed? Sound is not there. It like a return clap is not actually exactly, but it comes like a chirping bird.
Okay.
Like okay. The next one is medicine wheel. Okay, you can try, please. Okay. So I will send that video laterwards, please. This is medicine wheel in North America actually. So it is a bighorn medicine wheel in North America. It is the ancient stone circular structure with spokes radiates from the central point, used for indigenous people for a spiritual alignment and astronomical purposes. The circle is divided into 4 quadrants actually, with each section represents the 4 directions: east, west, north, and south. Also represents 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter, and also 4 aspects of life: spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental. This wheel actually plays an important role as celestial calendar observatories used to track the solstices, equinox, and rising and setting of specific stars like Aldebaran, it is also called as Rohini. Regal, it is also called as Vadaprishta. Sirius, also called as Shwana and Dudaka, at different times of the year. Next one, please. So let us see what is a zodiac. Actually, zodiac was invented by Babylons. They created the zodiac by observing and tracking the celestial movements and dividing the sky into 12 sections of 30 degree each. So Mesha, Vrishabha, Mithuna, Karka, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Rushchika, Dhanu, Makara, Kumbha, and Meena. This zodiac band of the sky that includes that apparent orbits of sun, moon, and planets. This zodiac, next one, please. Okay. This zodiac, actually, the word derives from Jodikos, Latin word. Jodikos means little animals. This system was later adopted by the ancient Greeks and Romans. This is how it came to the India also, and it went to China and everywhere. This zodiac is also known as Jyotish Chakra in Indian culture, our zone or belt of the star dome. Through the Ravi Marga, Ravi means the path of the sun, and which means the ecliptic, which is a great circle, 360 degree long and 16, 18 or 20 degree broad in nature. We can see, sir will show that to you. It passes through the Swaha Nakshatra. Actually, Swaha Nakshatra, it comes in Vrishabha Rashi, that is Jeta Tauri, Anila, Gardhaba, Khyati, and also known as this Khyati, also known as Magha Nakshatra in Leo. It is also known as Yamaraja Putra, Chitra, that is Kanya Rashi, Yamya Kilaka, it means Vishakha in Tula Rashi, and Mula Kilaka, it is also known as Revati in Pisces. Next one, madam, please. Okay. So, a zodiac in a non-European method, in early antiquity, it has there are three different systems, astronomical references developed independently. Actually, Mesopotamian people are called as zodiac. Indians and China people called it as lunar mansions. Egypt called as decans, and Arabs called it as manzils. Actually, the first system, that is Mesopotamian people called it as zodiac, alone has survived actually to the present day, because it was the only system. It was the only system associated with accurate numerical scheme, where the second system, that is lunar mansions, that is 27 to 28 solar system, star system, occupied by the moon, called as halting place or stopping place of the moon, adopted by Hindu through Greeks, and Egypt. They displayed decans. When Egypt became part of the Hellenistic world, the zodiac sign shows a division into three decans to each, as we see in Indian Panchanga. We call it as Drik Panchanga. In Karnataka, mostly the people want to see the Muhurta. They used to see Drik Panchanga. For any culture, Mesopotamian culture system was the direct path to the leading of Greek, Chinese, and Egyptian, including Indian constellations, followed by the Arabic astronomy. Next one, madam. Actually, there are 27 zodiac stars, lunar mansions: Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Aridra, Punarasu, Pushya, Magha, Ashlesha, Pubba, Uttara, Hasta, Chitta, Swati, Vishakha, Anuradha, Jeshta, Mula, Purvashada, Uttarashada, Shravana, Dhanishta, Shatatara, Purabhadrapada, Uttarabhadrapada, Revati. So these are the 27 stars. And if you go through the Chinese, so let me take these points. The first one is called as Jiwo, Kang, Di, Fang, Jin, Wei, Zi, Dao, Niu, Nu, Xu, Wei, Shi, Bi, Q, Lo, Wei, Ma, Di, Zi, Shen, Xing, Gui, Liu, Xing, Zhang, Yi, Zhen. So these are the Chinese lunar mansions. And now, the mythology of Sumerians.
Next slide, me.
Actually, are primordial gods. One is, wait a minute, please, before one. Last one. Yes, please. An, Anlin, and Enki. So these are the three primordial god names. An means the god of remote heavens. Enlil means the god of sky and wind. Enki, it is the god of water and the water around the earth, actually. And below the earth, including underworld, Sumerians worshipped these and lesser gods too also. Means they believed in God. Under empire of Hammurabi, these Babylons, sun god called it as Marduk. I heard that in Egypt, there is a temple called as Marduk temple. It means the sun temple was given supremacy to the sun. If you see zodiac belt, these Sumerians looked at the sky like this. Path of the north, sky related to Enlil. Path of the south, sky related to Enki. And ecliptic path related to Anu. And also, these Babylon divided the sky into 7 parts. One is river of fishes, second one is river of birds, and river of serpents, and river of goddesses Gula, and followed by god of Marduka and Gargal. And the 7th one is the river of Tamuza, Ningar, Su, that is a Phaethon. Actually, this Phaethon is a absolute constellation or asterism which comes under the Orion and beneath the Eridanus constellation. It is a Phaethon. It is a word which was created by Petrus Plancis. And the sky and zodiac Hindu culture, as we know, sky has 2 parts. One is northern sky, and the next one is southern sky. Actually, the total Milky Way in Indian culture, we called it as Somadhara. Actually, Soma means it is a name of Hanumanta god. Dhara means a stream, actually, and also it is also called as Akasha Ganga, Kapila Dhara, stream of Ambrosia, Devaloka. Devanadi means it is a heavenly river. Somapavana, and Urjani. Urjani means energy, and the other name is called as Kashyapiya. It is name of Kashyaparushi. In our culture, it is known as sun. Sun is known as Dyusthana Devata. Dyu means light, Dyusthana Devata, whereas moon is known as Madhyasthana Devata. It is also called as Tarapati. And in Indian culture, northern part of the sky is called as Devapata or Surapata, and southern part of the sky is called as Asurapata and Yamapata, whereas North Pole star is called as Saumya Dhruvatara, and followed by South Pole star. Actually, Sigma Octantis is called as South Pole star, is called as Yamya Dhruvatara. Next one, please. So this is about, it is a book notes which is written by Mesopotamian people. It is called as Prayer to the God of Night, which is in the form of Mula Apin. Actually, it is in the cuneiform script. It is the earliest surviving written record of constellations comes from the Mesopotamia, and it is found in the text called as Prayer to the Gods of Night, dating from 1700 BC. In this text, this series, we called it as Lubdaka in Canis Major. It was called as an arrow. And this series is also called as, in Indian culture, it is also called as Tiha, Pisanga, Koshtha, and also it is also called as Vishwamitra, Vishanga. According to Veda, it is called as Vishanga, Rudra, and Shwana, and also Danta. Danta means teeth, because we see a big dog, so Danta it is given. And the next one is called as Arcturus. It is also called as Swati. It is also called as Yoke Star in Mesopotamian culture. Orion constellation, they called it as True Shepherd of Anu. And Kritika, they considered as only stars, not as a clusters. Hydra, they seen as dragon. Ursa Major as wagon. And the famous star called as Vega, this is called as Abhijit. We call it as Abhijit. It is a goat star. They call it as goat star. The next very important word is bison. It is between Ophiuchus and Serpens. Maybe in the 1777, it was known as Taurus Poniatovi, which was created by Martin Pokesbutt. Actually, it is a obsolete constellation. A more detailed about aspect of this constellation, now it is extinct. We can't see that. The consisting of list observations of Mesopotamian constellation was carefully recorded. All these aspects in a cuneiform that is called as Mula Apin. Next one, man. It is an historical constellation called as Ursa Minor. In Indian culture, it is called as Shumshumara Mandala, actually. So we all very well known writer William Shakespeare, in his tragedy play Othello, he mentions two stars actually about the Ursa Minor. The beta Ursa Minor is called as Kochab, and the gamma one is called as Farkade. Beta Minoris is known as Kochab al-Chameli. In Indian culture, it is called as Dharmatara. And the gamma minor, Ursa Minoris is called as Farkade. In Indian culture, it is known as Indratara. Dhruvatara, Dharmatara, and Indratara. When you are showing the sky, so it is a way of showing the pole star, that is the Dhruvatara, and followed by Dharmatara and Indratara. These two stars called as guards of the North Pole. He suggests that in that play, these two stars are guarding the North Pole. And according to the Hindu, in Puranas, Ursa Minor, it is called as Shumshumara Mandala. The half portion is Scorpion and half portion is Vishnu. And followed by Ursa Major, it is one of the biggest, big bear. It is also known as wagon wheel, wagon. In Ramayana time, it was called as Jambuvanta. It is also known as Saptamayura. It is also called as Chitrashikandi. It means 7 hens or peahens. And it is also known as Pitraha. 7 sages are known as Pitra. They call it as Pitra. Next one. Okay. According to Persian astronomy, in the sky, they call it as royal stars. The royal stars of Persian astronomy. It is a notion that certain stars or asterisms and constellations known as or understand as guardian, watchers, protectors, wardens, guards, and keepers. So हमको पता है constellation, only constellation, nakshatra punja, but in other cultures, this is it has different meanings. Guardians, they call it as watchers, protectors, wardens, guards, and keepers. They used to protect of other stars or group of stars. A Persian called as Joyce Stebbins wrote that 3,000 years ago, the whole heaven, or means sky, were divided up into 4 great districts or parts, and each watched by one of the star. Such stars are called as royal stars. So there are 4 distinct parts and 4 stars in general guarded and watched of all the royal stars regulates these parts. The east was protected by Aldebaran, and the west by Antares, and the north by Regulus, and the south by Fomalhaut. That means Aldebaran is the watcher of east, Antares is the watcher of west, Regulus is the watcher of north, Fomalhaut is the watcher of south. And there was a obsolete constellation called as Cerberus at Ramus Pomifera. Now it is called as guardian of the underworld, which is not existing. So these are 4 stars are known as royal stars in Persia. These 4 stars played a significant role in ancient astronomy, Persian astronomy actually. During the time of Persian Empire, 550 BCE to 330 BCE, and were considered markers of the 4 cardinal directions. Actually, the idea of these stars or guardian can be traced back to the Babylon astronomy, which significantly influenced the Persian astronomy. Here, the Aldebaran, it is commonly called as Rohini Nakshatra. In Indian culture, it is called as Haldi Varana because of in yellow color. It is also called as Surabhi, and it is also called as Rohini, considered as guarding the spring, and it is the eye or horn of the celestial bull. And the Regulus, guardian of the summer, known as the heart of the celestial lion. And Antares, guardian of the autumn, represents the heart of the scorpion, and followed by Fomalhaut, guardian of the winter and brightest star in the southern part of the sky. Next one, please. Okay. So these are constellations, other names: guardian, watchers, protectors, wardens, guards, and keepers. Next one, please. Okay. Here, the not only we see the constellation, they have other meaning also. When you look up the sky, you can see the exact name, exact picture. According to the name, we can see exact picture also. But different cultures shows the different meaning. The first one is called as guardian of the harvest. It is actually an obsolete constellation. Guardian of the harvest. French astronomer Joseph Jerome Lalande in 1775, he introduced a new constellation called as Custos Messium on the occasion of comet which appeared North Pole. Comet was C bar 1774 P1, also known as Montague. Actually, Lalande introduced this asterism or constellation in the honor of Messier as a guardian of the harvest. This constellation was situated in the north sky, actually, with the faint stars between Cassiopeia and Cepheus and Camelopardalis. But it fell actually in disuse during the 19th century. But when you see the this Cassiopeia and Cepheus, you can imagine where this constellation was. It feels pleasant for the sky watchers. Next one, please. Okay, this is one of the, earlier I told this Cerebrus Pomifera. It is called as guardian of underworld. Name it as Cerebrus. That means often it is also known as Cerebrus at Ramus Pomifera. This constellation is situated in Hercules, actually. It is also called as Harikulesha Mandala or Bhima Nakshatra Punja. In this constellation, John Bayer introduced a novel Hercules symbol in the hero's hand. He placed the branch of apple tree, actually, represented the golden apples, which later it became known as Ramus Pomifera, means apple bearing branch. And John Hevelius actually introduced where it is Cerebrus, meaning 3-headed dogs or 3-headed snakes. Having two names, Cerebrus and Ramus Pomifera, according to Ian Ridpath, John Senex attempted compromise that these names mixed with a reference into the combined figures called as Cerebrus at Ramus Pomifera. But this constellation was only adopted by Flamsteed, John Flamsteed, but others they didn't accept it. This is fell in disuse. The next one, please. Next slide, please. Okay. So this is one of the beautiful constellation called as Bootis. It is also called as Sahadeva Nakshatra Punja. No, not this one, not this one. Previous one, please. Okay. So this Sahadeva Nakshatra Punja, also known as Arctophylax, which is not in use actually. It is commonly known as Shivabhutesha Mandala or Bhutesha Mandala. So alias, it has other meaning also, alias asterism. It means constellation with nicknames. Bootis, the herdsmen, also appear as an ice cream cone. It is also just like a kite one. So I have showed all the pictures. One is bootis, another is kite, another one is cone ice cream actually. Bootis represents the north celestial pole. Bootis, the prominent star is called as Swati. It is also called as Arcturus. It means sword in Sanskrit. It is also called as Nishtya in Sanskrit. This Buddhist herdsmen, they feel that it is a guard which the guards the great bear, that is Ursa major. It is an opponent to the Polophylax. Next one, please. The Bootis was known as, it is the guardian of the North Pole, whereas this constellation called as Polophylax, which is not in use. Many people doesn't know about this Polophylax. It was introduced by the Dutch cartographer and astronomer Petrus Plancis in the year of 1592. Plancis formed a Polophylax from observation based on freehand sketch made approximately 3/4 of the century earlier by the Italian explorer Andre Carsali. And he actually sketched depicted in the southern celestial pole regioning, including Southern Cross and Magellanic Clouds. Plancis selected 7 stars actually to create this constellation. Actually, this location was not perfect, but it occupied the region of southern sky where the modern constellation Tucana, Grus, and Phoenix are located. Actually, it was depicted as a blue-robed figure, actually, serving the celestial gardening, conceptually serving the southern counterpart to Bootis, actually. So known as Greeks Artophylax, Greek called as Bootis as Artophylax, and whereas this Plancis called it as Polophylax, the southern part. And what are the historical significance? Polophylax represents the early episode in the chaotic, actually, the period of constellation creating during the Renaissance, where the numerous astronomers, cartographers attempted to fill the gaps of the night sky. Actually, the southern sky was not filled with diagrams. These people, Petrus Plancis, Kaiser, and Hartmann, did a wonderful job to create new constellations, including Lacaille also. So it exemplifies how observation astronomy and accurate star mapping eventually corrected earlier speculation constructions, unlike some obsolete constellations such as Polophylax, Cerebus Pomifire, so like that. And the reason for this disappearance means the short lifespan of Polophylax stemmed from the fundamental error of Plancis' interpretation of Carsoli's sketch without accurate positions. So this was the main reason that there wasn't any perfect position for this constellation, and many people didn't accept it. That's why it fell failure in disuse actually. The next one. This is about the Burang people. The Burang people is an indigenous Australian clan from the Virginia language group of Northwest Victoria, who are known for their sophisticated astronomical traditions. They are famous for their detailed star knowledge, which includes constellation that represents animal and people. That's why they named as Burang, means darkness in their language. The Burang people produces so many constellations. Next one, please, madam. It is the guardian of the sky. Emu, it represented as a guardian of the sky. In many indigenous Australian cultures, they felt it as a divine bird. Next one called as Bunya. Next one, madam, please. It is a beautiful picture actually. It is a possum known to us as Southern Cross near the crux. Tip of the Southern Cross is the nose of the possum and tail hangs down to left actually. and it ran away from Tenjil. It is a emu. It is a evil emu, and to protect itself, and the foot of the eagle can be seen in the crux. This is how Tinjal. It is actually evil emu. It is seen in the sky as a series of dark nebula. It's a nebula. They saw it as a dark patches. They called it as Tinjil. Now it is distinct patches of gas and dust. Next one, please. This is a beautiful constellation. We are very well know about Orion constellation. So these are the two dancing young men is found in the most recognizable constellation called as Orion. We can pronounce it as Kulkun Bulla. When you're watching this constellation, we're explaining to the students. If you say Kulkun Bulla, they definitely laugh. They enjoy this name. Kulkun Bulla is a belt and the sword of the Orion, and they sang and danced were very important. In Burang people, they used to dance and sang songs. It is the indigenous Australian culture, as they were one of the main way that stories and information were shared and remembered and passed on to the next culture. The next one. This is a bird called as nylon. It is the mallee fowl actually, based on around the Vega, which is the fifth brightest star in the sky. Nylon is far to the north, as seen from the Australia. It appears in the morning sky in autumn when the mallee fowl starts to construct their nest. It disappears from the evening sky in spring when egg-laying seasons begin in late April. And this nylon is a source of Lyrid meteor showers. Next one, please. This is also Yuri and Vengil. These are two hunters who pursues Purra and Kongro. Yuri is a fan of tailed cuckoo bird actually. Vengil is a long-necked tortoise. These are bright pair of stars in the sky known as North European, Castor and Pollux in Gemini actually. So these are the twins. These appearance of these stars in the night sky indicates seasonal patterning to the both animals. They used to see different seasons in such diagrams. Next one, please. This is one of the beautiful constellation, Orion. It is also known as Celestial Hunter, one of the beautiful constellation in the sky. Actually, in the sky, it is 594.120 square degree in wide. It is the 26th brightest, biggest constellation. In Roman and Greek, they saw it as an hunter in the sky. Mesopotamian people called it as Mulsa Anna, means heavenly shepherd associated with God Anu. Arabs, they called it as Al-Jabbar, means the giant. The biblical name called as Kesil, it means fool. The Indian, actually, they worshipped this constellation in different way. Indian call it as Hunter, Beda, Mahavyada, Vishwarupa, Vali. Bahushan people called it as Kandan, Tiruvattirai, that means Lord Shiva. And you can see Damuruga is there. It looks like a Damuruga. So I made it, I created the slide. Damaruga and Kartikeya, Nataraja, that means cosmic lord. And Burang people call it as Kulkun Bulla. And also Indian people also seen as a deer. The right side slide, you can see a deer shot by an arrow. The Sirius star is there. That means it has a Puranika story. Rohini was beautiful. So seen by Brahma, he was attracted and she become mad about Rohini and started following her. And Rohini become a deer. And also, so as Brahma also become deer. And all the Devatas started laughing towards the Brahma and Shiva. That means Sirius star was Shiva. It is also called as Rudra. I already told that. So Shiva hit with a bow So this is the reason where we can see in the history. This is how the Mrigashira Nakshatra. Mriga means deer, Shira means head. Mrigashira Nakshatra, Aridra Nakshatra. So these are the very popular names in this constellation. Mrigashira, Aridra, and other names Regal and Bellatrix, Mintak, Anilam, Anatak. So these are the stars. And in the previous era, this Aridra Nakshatra was known as Vishaka Nakshatra, but not in Tula Rashi actually. The next one, please. So this is one of the beautiful constellation. It is the 8th Rashi of Zodiac. The shape of this constellation looks like beautiful and attractive among the constellations. You can see easily and identify the constellation which forms the figure of Scorpius. It has 3 Panchanga Nakshatras, Anuradha, Jyeshta and Mula. Many people, whenever I go for the stargazing, many people ask about the Mula Nakshatra. If any girl born in Mula Nakshatra, she should not give to the, she should not marry. Like so many stories are there. You can see Anuradha, Jyeshta and Mula Nakshatra. Actually, Mula Nakshatra, according to the Taittiriya Samhita, it is known as Vichrita Varani or Mula Varani in the Indian culture. It is one of the ancient constellation. It has 497 square degree in wide in the sky and 33rd biggest constellation. Sumerian people called it as Gir Tab. It is also known as, it is also in this constellation we can see asterisms called as a fish hook, called as Mauli's fish hook. Why it is called as Mauli's means it has a history. The Hawaiian island people identified as fish hook because Mauli is a demigod. Hawaiian people believed that this Mauli demigod helps them from submerging the ocean. In this ocean, she used this fish hook for the lifting the island. That's why they are very much worshipping the Mauli god. Scorpion means Delta Scorpii and Lambda Scorpii. So these are known as Shamatara and Sabalatara, are considered to be the represents the Yama actually. These 2 stars lie at the door of the Yamapatha, means the southern part of the sky, we called it as Yamapatha, Asurapatha. And that's why we are not very much keen about Mula Nakshatra in Panchanga. The girl who is born in Mula Nakshatra, so a boy cannot marry. So like that, some aspects are there. Number 6, 12, 13, 2, 7, 3, 14 and 9. So these are the stars in Scorpius. Some people watched that conch shell, according to Atharvana Veda, the native born in Vichitra or Mula Nakshatra destroys his family. It is a belief that in Atharvana Veda. Actually, Maharshi Valmiki also wrote that the 2 dogs, the 2 spies of Ravana, and name them as Sukha and Sarana. Already I told Shamatara and Sabalatara. Maharshi Valmiki written as Sukha and Sarana. As we know, sky has 2 parts, north sky and south sky. North sky is called as Surapatha and south sky is called as Yamapatha, Asurapatha or Pitrapatha. The Milky Way is also the path of the Pitris follow on their way to Yama abode. Such it's guarded by 2 dogs, Shamatara and Sabalatara. Next one, please. So he is Julius Schiller. He was a lawyer in Augsburg of German. So there is no much information about this person, but Julius Schiller was inspired by John Bayer's work, and he published a book called as Caelum Stellatum Christianum in 1627. He was the most likely.
Vijay sir.
Please, sir.
We have 5 minutes more.
Okay, sir, please. Actually, he was a prominent Catholic figure. He created all the constellation into biblical figures. Next one, please. Pegasus as Archangel Gabriel, Taurus as Andrew, Argonavis as Noah's Ark, and North Sky constellation depicted as New Testaments, and South Sky Testament constellations depicted as Old Testaments, and 12 zodiacal constellations depicted as 12 apostles. But nobody accepted his attitude towards the astronomy through biblical nature. And the sun known as Jesus Christ, moon known as Mary, Mercury known as Eliza, Venus known as John Baptist, and Mars known as Joshua. So they never accepted. Next one, please. He is known as Gottfried Kirch. He was also a German astronomer. Next one, please. He created three constellations. I took only one. One is Septern Brandenburgicum. The second one is Gladi Electorals of Saxony, and followed by Pomum Imperiale. I took as a example that is Pomum Imperiale. So Pomum Imperiale was created by to the honor of Holy Roman Emperor Leopold I. He used 7 stars to create this constellation from Aquila: 4, 3, 70, 69, 71, and 1. He chose this figure, globe with cross. That means cross bearing orb to represent the emperor in the night sky. That means it is a symbolizes that the whole earth, the whole universe is governed by Lord Jesus Christ. But it was not adapted by many other astronomers. It was created as a tribute and lack of scientific basis. That's why it fell in disuse. Next one. So these are the few slides. List of stars for navigation. Many cultures have seen stars and constellation for their navigation purposes. So total 58 stars used for navigation. North sky has 27 stars, whereas south sky 31 stars. So Alfreds, Anka, Shadir, Dipda, Acherner, including Dhruvatara. So these are the stars. 57 stars, 58 stars are being used for the navigation purposes. Andromeda, Cassiopeia, Cetus, Vaitarani, Partha, Orion, Auriga, Phoenix, Canis Major, Canis Minor, Saptarshi Mandala, Lagu Saptarshi Mandala, Devanauka, Centaurus, Sahadeva, Crux, Hydra, Vela, Corona, Borealis, and Ophiuchus, Draco, Pegasus, Aquila. So all these are constellations for used for navigation purposes. This is how different cultures created different stories to understand that. So this is my effort to put forward some lessons to the people. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay sir, for such a informative and very elaborated talk. You have covered all the topics very nicely and related it to various cultures, and
Yes, sir.
sky gazing becomes so informative when we relate the things with the culture and
Yes, sir.
especially Indian mythology. But
Yes,
you
sir.
have covered cultures of all around world,
Yes,
and
sir.
now students will know that our astronomy is
Yes,
not
sir. Yes,
only
sir.
just gazing on the
Yes,
stars,
sir.
but we can
Yes, sir.
relate with the various cultures.
Yes, sir.
And interesting thing is that you have collected all images to relate the ancient
Yes, sir.
observations, ancient
Yes.
antiquity items which we have related with the astronomy.
Yes, sir.
So, on behalf of Professor Rajinder Singh, Exploratory Nagpur, and Nasni. I would like to extend thanks for sparing time for us. And uh, in spite of biological teacher,
Yes, sir.
uh, biology teacher, you are the master of your subject, but you have mastery on astronomy also. I have seen
Yes, sir.
you have
Because of interest, sir.
collected information so nicely,
Yes, sir.
and you have vast knowledge of astronomy, sky, because you are a true propagator of astronomy, and you are working in the fields. You are working with children, with
Yes, sir.
society, and naturally we
Yes.
get the knowledge when we do it on ground.
Yes,
And
sir.
I think students and teachers, all of us have enjoyed your talk. This
Thank you,
is,
sir.
I think you were the right person to tell us about the history, culture of our astronomy and relate storytelling about the sky gazing. And
Yes,
this
sir.
was very good justice done by you on this
Thank you,
topic.
sir. Thank you very
So
much, sir, for the
I
prize.
enjoyed it very much. And I got many new things in my knowledge now from your talk. So now
Sir.
I would like to invite our children
Yes, sir.
तो सभी बच्चों को मैं एनकरेज करूंगा कि जो सर ने आज हमें बताया, ये बातें बताई हैं, उसके बारे में हर बच्चा कुछ ना कुछ पूछे सर से। बहुत अच्छी बातें बताएंगे आपको।
Yes, sir. Thank you,
So
sir.
we have seen, so many nakshatra. Madam Chitra is also there. Chitra nakshatra is also in the sky. So, Madam Chitra, do you know which nakshatra you in your name?
Chitta Nakshatra. Kanya Rashi.
Madam, can you hear me? Madam Chitra. Anyway, सभी स्टूडेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछें सर से। अभी तक कोई चैट बॉक्स में क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है। यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन इफ यू हैव समथिंग टू आस्क about today's talk or anything about the astronomy. Yes. This talk is for the children of Professor Rajinder Singh, Science Exploratory, Nagpur.
Hmm.
And now students are invited to ask the questions about the topics we have covered. You can ask about the moon, you can ask about the nakshatra, different constellations, prominent constellation like Orion. Sir has told you about the Scorpius also, and many such constellations which are seen from other southern hemisphere also. Yes, Madam Chitra, you can communicate with the children for questions.
Hello. Namaskar, sir. Thank you, Hemant Kumar, sir, once again for providing us such a very valuable resource person, Vijay Kumar, sir, to provide us the insight on the various astronomical uh, things that we have been given in every other cultures. And I will now ask the students to ask their questions. Yes, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions. Students, please.
One question from Rishit Pandey is that when would it be a good time to go stargazing in winter?
So the time is started actually. November, December, January, February months are best time to stargazing.
It is always good when sky is clear and
Yeah.
you have a dark sky, you have dark area, and sky should be clear. So
Yeah.
this time is always good to see. Another question is coming from Manan Atre. Okay, because I cannot see even see a single star in sky. Or that is due to maybe pollution or some
Light
sky is
pollution.
not clear.
Light pollution.
Yeah, night pollution is also there. Now
Or clouds.
question is from Siddhi. Siddhi, are constellations moving?
Yeah, they are moving, but they're not. It is not visible. They're far away from us.
Hmm.
The diagram is not exact what we see.
Siddhi, constellations are not moving, but our Earth is moving.
Stars.
So we are moving. That is why we see that constellations are moving.
Stars are also
Constellations are
moving.
groups of stars, and stars are fixed embedded in the cosmos. But since Earth is moving, it is spinning as well. It is moving around the sun. So due to the motions of Earth, we see that constellations are apparently moving.
Stars also moving, but it is not visible.
Yeah. Now Shaurya asking question, where to watch all the constellations?
We cannot
Very
see all the
innocent
constellations at a
questions.
time.
Yes.
Yes, sir. एक दिन में सभी कॉन्स्टेलेशन देख नहीं सकते हमें.
Yes.
Part
Shaurya,
by
we
part.
cannot see all the constellation at once, but we can see 5 to 7 constellations at a time in the sky, because these are 58, about 81 constellations are there, asterism
88.
88, but few are available all the time, so
Yes.
you can watch those constellations. Arijit Kothari is asking, what is the difference between sun sign and moon sign? That is good question. Vijay sir?
Sir?
Arijit Kothari is asking, what is the difference between sun sign and moon sign?
I'm not getting proper voice.
Vijay sir, I think sun signs mean zodiac signs and moon signs mean nakshatra.
Yes, sir. Mesha, Rushabha are the sun sign. And Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini are the moon sign, sir. 27 to 28 nakshatra.
Yes. Arijit Kothari, are you there? Okay. Natik is asking, what are sun sign? Okay, that same question.
Zodiacal constellations are sun sign.
Ananya is asking, do constellation appear on the same time every day?
No. Every day it comes early 1 degree, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Early.
Because Earth is moving very fast.
Earth every day 1 degree.
Yeah. Ananya, our Earth, our spaceship is moving very fast around the sun. It is moving 30 kilometers in 1 second. So in 1 day, Earth moves so much distance. So we find that the constellations has moved around 1 degree towards west. So they move from east to west, and they keep on moving every day. And
4
in
minutes
1
early.
month, next constellations will appear on the same place. Yes, one question is coming from Rajesh Gupta. Zodiac, also known as Jyotish Chakra. Why it is 16 degree, 18 degree, 20 degree? Broad question from Aditya Gupta.
So it is a path of sun, moon, and planets.
Yes. Question is coming from Arnav and Aryan. How do astronomers determine that constellations have different stars and the star is of that constellation?
It is by practice, daily watching.
By practice, You are right.
You must use star maps, and you need a guide also.
Yes.
Daily observation.
Siddhant Thakur is asking, can a particular constellation be available to see from one place daily?
Yeah, why not? Many constellations we can see.
Yeah. At least one constellation is available for 1 month for you at every place.
Yeah, if you go through single constellation, you will become master in 20 years.
Yes. Now, next question is from Hridan. Sir, can two or more different constellations share a same star?
No, no.
All stars are divided and in asterisms and constellations. So all constellations have different stars.
Yeah, constellations are different from asterisms,
Yeah, they have
and
different stars.
yeah. Can two constellations clash together? Never.
Yeah. Good.
Nice question.
Question is coming from Aradhya. How the constellations change and appear differently from various locations?
Because of altitude,
Yeah.
where we live on the Earth, so it changes.
At different latitude, you will find different
Latitude.
constellations.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So there were so very nice questions from all the students. I think all the questions have been answered by Sir Vijay Kumar sir. And once again, in the end, I would like to thank our speaker Vijay Kumar sir. He spared time from his very busy schedule. I am also thankful to Madam Seema and Dr. Govind from Professor Rajinder Singh Exploratory and all the staff members of Professor Rajinder Singh Science Exploratory for joining us with this mission, which will be very benefited to our young students coming to your exploratory. Madam Chitra has, started this session today. I am thankful to Madam Chitra also.
Thank you.
And now I think one last question is also there, that is Abhijit Nakshatra visible like other nakshatra?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So in the end, thank you very much, sir. Now I hand over to this to Madam Chitra for the
Thank you very
closing.
much, sir. Hope it is not wasted your time, please.
No, absolutely not, sir. We are very much thankful to you that you have given your valuable time in helping us know the cultural diversity with respect to astronomy in each and every cultural way. Deep down dive to help us explain not only Indian but all other the celestial combination that are there imbibed by the culture of all over the world. So on that note, I really thanks from Professor Rajendra Singh Science Exploratory to Hemant Kumar sir and to Vijay Kumar sir
Thank you.
for conducting this beautiful session on astronomy.
We are divided by latitudes, but
Yes, sir.
actually there are 80 constellations are called as obsolete constellations, sir. If you go through those constellations when you're watching the sky, if you explain those things also, the sky watching will be totally different.
Yeah.
This is my one effort to
Yeah.
bring forward these constellations which are in the book actually nowadays in what exploring. So through this digital platform, I am very much grateful to you, Kumar sir and Chitra madam, given me a wonderful opportunity from behalf of my Bagalkot Astronomy Club. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, and
Thank you so
Sakre
much,
School
sir.
also.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Now Now you can sign off, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank
Okay. The PPT will be shared in the class, the WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank you, sir.